The European Tour's Rolex Series has seen tantalising prize pots up for grabs at 8 venues this year. It all began at Wentworth, where Francesco Molinari kick-started his charge towards Race to Dubai glory. Nobody managed to repeat John Rahm's 2017 feat of winning multiple Rolex Series events, so no player makes more than one appearance in our countdown of the 10 best shots of the series. At the BMW PGA Championship, Molinari was locked in a ding-dong battle with Rory McIlroy. Ultimately, it was the Italian who came out on top, courtesy of stellar iron shots like this at the 8th in the final round.
Glorious shot.
To Gullen now, where Rickie Fowler, the last man to win the Scottish Open at the venue back in 2014, was in fine shape once again, as demonstrated here at the par 3 12th. Ever the perfectionist, Fowler was eyeing up the ace but had to settle for a birdie. Thomas Pieters missed out on the Ryder Cup this year, but the star of Hazeltine in 2016 did get to shine momentarily at this year's host venue. This stunning hole out at Le Golf National 17th wasn't enough, though, to convince Thomas Bjorn he was a must-pick for Paris. England's Ross Fisher served up the sweetest swing at this year's Italian Open. At the 9th hole, his 18th, he ensured his putter stayed firmly in the bag until the next day, with this wonderful walk-off eagle. Sergio Garcia controlled the Nedbank Golf Challenge from the start, almost through to the finish, and might have gone on to win had this dropped when it flirted with the hole not once but twice. But ultimately, Lee Westwood secured his first tour title in 4.5 years. This laser-like 3-wood set up an eagle at the 2nd hole on Sunday, as Westy went on to shoot an 8-under par final round with his girlfriend Helen Story on the bag. In July, Irish Open champion Russell Knox completed his final round with this 40-foot birdie bomb.
Oh, it's got a chance. Well done. What a fantastic putt by Russell Knox.
Then, up against Ryan Fox in a playoff, he provided an action replay, holing out from almost exactly the same spot to take the title in outrageous fashion.
It's looking good again. It's looking good again. Oh, he's done it! I don't believe it! Apparently, lightning does strike twice.
Mr. Fox required something truly fantastic, but ultimately he couldn't quite match the red-hot Mr. Knox. At the season-ending DP World Tour Championship, Danny Willett ended a 953-day victory drought. Back in contention on a Sunday, his short game skills looked as sharp as ever, highlighted by this snaking eagle putt at the 2nd. And then at the 17th, with a one-shot lead, he conjured up this sublime swing to set up a decisive birdie.
Oh, it's magnificent, Danny Willett. There's the shot of a champion. What a shot from Willett on 17. Magnificent Danny Willett. 2 clear, 1 to go.
Squeezing into our top 3 is world number 1 Justin Rose. Defending his first Rolex Series title earlier in November, Rose almost looked embarrassed as he made a flying start, holing out for eagle at the 4th hole on day 1. The great shots just kept coming as Rose sought further delight in Turkey, gobbling up nearly every chance presented to him. Ultimately, he outlasted Haotong Lee in a playoff to set up a potential hat-trick of consecutive successes next year. It's fair to say Edoardo Molinari hasn't enjoyed the same remarkable season as his brother Francesco, but he did register the first ever Rolex Series hole-in-one.
Hello, look at this. Oh, go on. Oh, there's something for you.
Had it been caught on camera, Joachim Lagergren's 240-yard albatross at the Turkish Airlines Open might have topped our list, but instead, Hao Tong Lee is our worthy number one. Remarkably, he'd already holed out 3 times from off the green that week before this at the 10th in his third round, which used the green's contours to delightful effect to make it 4. Although he lost out in a playoff with Justin Rose a day later, this eagle was the standout moment of a sublime Saturday 63. Take a bow, Hao Tong.